Hello, young ladies. My name is Diana, and I am a flight attendant for JetBlue Airways. I've been working as a flight attendant for the past 6 years, and actually, this is the best job that I've ever had, and I wouldn't trade places for anything, really. I'm very happy to talk to you today about the benefits as well as some of the difficulties that we have as flight attendants working in the aviation industry. Now, first of all, let's talk about the training. The training can last, depending on the airline, anywhere from 4 weeks to 6 weeks, and we mostly focus on emergency as well as safety preparation, because as a flight attendant, when you're in the air, you have to be trained for any and all types of emergencies. For instance, if someone has a heart attack, we have to be the ones to revive them. If someone passes out on the aircraft, we have to be the ones to revive them. If a baby is choking, we have to be the ones to get whatever is lodged in the baby's throat out. If there's a fire on board because some customer or passenger decides to smoke, which is a big no-no, you cannot smoke on an aircraft, we have to deal with putting out fires. I mean, you're at 36,000 feet in the air, so you can't call the fire department and they fly up right beside you, and the fire guys just walk over and put out the fire. So training is very intensive. We focus on evacuation procedures. I mean, I'm sure you guys all are familiar with the aircraft that landed in the Hudson River, and I'm so proud of that flight crew that they got everybody off that plane. There were no casualties. There were some minor injuries, but everybody made it off that plane because the crew was quick and fast in their evacuation procedures. Those are our main responsibilities. We're there for safety and security, but what people see us do mostly, because sometimes those air emergencies are rare, is serve drinks and hand out snacks or food and beverages. That's like the least of our jobs, because as flight attendants we have to be in the cabin up and down, being aware, especially in light of terrorist attacks. The FAA has mandated that someone has to be in the aisle walking up and down, making sure that no one is acting suspicious, or if there's a passenger that might be acting crazy. For instance, that shoe bomber, that was he was caught because passengers alerted a flight attendant that he was trying to strike a match with his shoe. So you have to be alert and aware at all times when you are on duty as a flight attendant. Now, the fun stuff. What I love about my job is the ability to travel all over the world. On my days off, I can fly for free, which is always good. I have been to quite a few countries all over the world. I just came back from Indonesia, a little island called Bali, and it was an amazing time. I've been to Paris, I've been to Rome, I've been to Africa, I've been to the Caribbean, Jamaica, Trinidad, Barbados, Puerto Rico, which I love, near and dear to my heart. I've been to Santo Domingo, and I've been pretty much all over the United States, California, Florida, New York City, Chicago. Yeah, I mean, there really is no other life like this. I can't think of another job where I can, fly for free and get to enjoy different cultures and different people. I really also, one of the perks of the job is if you fly with your parents, sometimes you see that line for security is so long. As a flight attendant, I can go to the front of that line, and I think that's the best thing ever. I'm sorry you guys have to get stuck behind there in the line, but it's one of my favorite things about the job. Now, there is also a downside to being a flight attendant. Because we're in the air, our job is mostly dependent on the weather. So if it's a sunny day, clear skies, you know, flights leave on time, everybody's happy, folks go on vacation, they come back and they're all happy. But if the weather is bad, I can have a very long day. I've worked 18 hours. That's my longest day I've ever worked. 18 hours, and that was during the blizzard in December in New York. Of course, with a blizzard, you know, there's too much snow on the ground. Planes can't take off because the runway isn't clear, and you don't get paid for that time that you're sitting there delayed with the passengers on the ground. So that's a downside. Very, very long days because of bad weather. For instance, if President Barack Obama is in an airport, all that airspace is shut down until, you know, his aircraft leaves, because, you know, nobody wants the president to be harmed in any way. So, you know, airports do close down until Air Force One leaves, which is kind of crazy, but hey, it's Barack. It's Barack. We love Barack, right? Okay. So I think that's it. I kept it short. I kept it sweet. If you have any other questions, I'm sure you can feel free to ask Miss Sibyllus. And thank you so much for having me. I appreciate the time that you've spent with me. Have a good day. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.